Okay, that's just really creepy to me that this has blink detection. So in Windows, one of the things that I sort of had to just get used to not having was proper blink detection. And here I have very proper blink detection, and it is kind of creepy for me. It is really creepy. Okay. Move the chat over here. Oh, yes, I chose for it to be extremely hacky, but being extremely hacky is the first step to it being properly done. Plus, this way, if I write about it and then post it on the internet, someone will get frustrated with me being wrong and they will send a correction. So, yeah. In a way, I'm working smarter, not harder. I mean, that's the main difference between, like, senior talent and, like, you know, figuring out how to inspire people. Oh my gosh, I named the file 2021 again. Series... something else to keep in mind is that all of this stuff doesn't need to work great, it just needs to work at all. Doing this properly with wine and a package... Okay, so the way this works is that I have... you know what, let's figure out how to get a GraphViz tab here. Okay. Add window capture. Okay, not that one again. Okay, we can have that. New tab. Awesome. Save. Right click. Transform. Hit screen. Awesome. And we go to GraphViz, which is a tool that I use to help draw out diagrams. So, I usually use this GraphViz graph as a starting point because it's like the one teapot in 3D modeling programs, or in Blender, the cube. I need to edit the source of this to make this diagram a bit nicer. Go to the end of the line. I had to stop myself from using Vim key bindings there. Down. Oh no, I don't want you blue, that's revolting. Okay, so we're gonna call this Windows. So, so in Windows we have VC Face, and it exposes a webcam driver. And we're going to make Twitch down here. So, yeah. So these are the basic parts of this in Windows. I have OBS, or you know what? Let's make some arrows here. No, not that one. Okay. So on Windows, we go from VC Face to the webcam driver to Twitch. On NixOS, or actually, you know what? I'm gonna add a webcam up here too, because the face tracking data is gathered from a webcam that's sitting on top of my monitor. So we want webcam here. Awesome. So now then we want to customize the NixOS cluster, or subgraph. So then we have LV OSF, which is for OpenC Face. VC Face can't grab the webcam directly in the right kind of way to apply the machine learning model to animate the face. So OpenC Face is what does that instead. And then OpenC Face feeds into VC Face, which is just running in Wine. And then we have OBS on the NixOS side too. And then we have, yeah. And then OBS is grabbing the window through Xcomposite. So I'm gonna make these things so I can add labels. You know what? We don't need labels for that, actually, because a lot of it is just going to be, you know, like native, and that's boring. So on Linux, though, the webcam goes to OpenC Face, and OpenC Face goes to VC Face, over TCP, and then okay. Actually, I just had a realization. In this part, it's actually reversed. So VC Face goes to the webcam driver, and OBS also pulls from the web. Oh, it's UDP? Okay. Served me right for not reading totally. Then goes to grabs that over Xcomposite, and LOBS goes to Twitch. So in reality, it's about the same level of abstraction and depth, but it's different. Okay, and now that I have all of this diagrammed out, I'm going to go back over here. I'm going to hide this window capture so you can see my face and my Okay, this machine learning model is really bad at tracking my blinking. It makes me look like my eyes are closed for a really long time. Gonna have to fix that at some point. Oh my gosh, this is... I should not look at the stream while I'm doing this because that's going to it's going to distract me. I'll put OBS over here in the naughty box. Okay, so now we have a list of things. So we have an introduction, which is probably just going to be something like, you know how I normally VTube from Windows? VTubing on Linux with my eye closed. Eyes closed, TNG. We're going to make a Quieto, his eyes closed reference. For those of you that haven't seen Star Trek The Next Generation, this is a reference to the episode where the Enterprise encounters the Tamarians. It's a unique case where the Universal Translator does actually translate what they are saying, but they speak in memes, and the Universal Translator just cannot handle the memes. So... Okay. I haven't tested on my work machine yet. I figured this is going to be a another follow-up post. I'm trying to stop myself from like feeling the compulsion to write these, you know, fantastically long and intricate posts that go into the entire details of everything. I'm trying to basically avoid the faster than lion problem. Hello, Mateo. Okay, so... nice wrapper script. A nice wrapper script could be one of the last things I develop for this. So far for the wrapper script, what I'm thinking is that it's going to... Amos wins the longest post award. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Poor guy. Yeah, I don't know how he does it. That genius needs to write a book. I'm not saying this sarcastically, I genuinely mean that he should actually write a book. Flash dynamics run, let's have that run in the background. It's gonna take a moment to, okay, already up to date, good. Let's let this run for a moment so that we don't get, or no, it'll be fine. Okay. Then I'm grabbing a link to the last post, which is going to be that. And pages explaining in intricate detail how to read the book. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I hate that stuff. I just absolutely hate it. So I think in this paragraph I want to actually I'm gonna go down here and say differences. Between Linux and Windows, and now is where we put the quieto, his eyes closed joke. I have to actually click on them. Cool. Yeah. So, Cookie, do you want to know half of the secret on how I remember this stuff? I look through my chat logs and I scroll back, and I see various failed attempts there so that I can rederive what I was trying to do. Thank you for being a paste bin. You need to step up your game or something. Okay. So let's get the fancy diagrams. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna or wait, no, does this support /star? Oh, it does. Oh, it does. Oh, this is convenient. Okay, so I actually do need to have OBS over here. Okay, so now I just have this right here, which is just the Windows half of the graph. Oh, we can do output. No. Hope Edge doesn't fight me. Okay, and control-sc /static log. Okay, the secret in general to that is that you take very good notes, and your notes include things like commands that you've run and the output that you got originally, and then while you're editing, you go back and recreate the output of your post, and yeah, you go from there. It is a huge pain. I mean, I did say the J word, so... the J word, by the way, is just. Then we'll just take a look. Webcam, USB, goes into OpenCFace. OpenCFace fires packets at VCFace over UDP. OBS grabs VCFace's window with Xcomposite, and then it, does chroma keying and whatnot. And then OBS yeets stuff to Twitch. Cool. Okay. And maybe I'll be able to select things properly. Maybe I will. Okay, so it's the character's name also Z. I haven't actually decided what my VTuber persona is gonna be named. We are in discussions. I'll figure it out eventually. I don't know if I really need to figure it out though. I mean, yeah, basically when you're streaming, you're shouting, but you're shouting video frames over UDP. No, wait, it's actually over TCP because you need TLS to protect your stream key. Oh my gosh, it's a nightmare. VC based on ICU virtual camera. overall flow looks like this. Bang. I'm only actually running one instance of OBS right now, but the other instance of OBS, I guess, would be when I'm doing it in Windows, because that's a separate OBS in a separate OS. Oh, no, I don't want to resize you. I want to resize you and banish you to the side. Make you a bit taller. There we go. Oh, if all of the custom blend shift clips are present on a model that will be used for audio-based lip sync in addition to the regular A, E, U, E, and O blend shapes. Okay, I am going to need to, send myself that. Yes, that is Edge. I'm only really using Edge here because there are realistically two options when it comes to browsers now. Chrome and Firefox. And I'm starting to really not like Google that much, but I also am starting to really not like Firefox because of compatibility. I know this is making the problem worse. I know that, like, God, I just want it to... Sometimes I just want things to work, you know? Oh, I accidentally minimized VC face. Pro tip, don't do that. Or, can I shade it? Okay, I can't shade it. If I shade it, it stops updating the window. Gotcha. I'll just banish VC face to the naughty box. The other reason I use Edge is because I have cross-device history synchronization, and that's really useful for grabbing tabs off of my tower when I'm using my work laptop, or grabbing tabs off of the Windows side when I'm in Linux, etc. Yes, I understand Firefox does that. I just don't want to use Firefox. I would use KDE Connect, but I have an iPhone, and there isn't a KDE Connect app for the iPhone, I believe. At least a stable one. Okay, okay, this blinking is this blink detection is bothering me. I'm going to freeze this face thing for a second, and we're gonna see if I can get something that has me blink less. Video out, video FPS. Okay, doesn't look like there's a way to disable blinking. Unity means not net. Okay, so not always. Unity is two parts. There is the core of Unity written in C++. The core of Unity is shipped as a PE32 executable for Windows. It also embeds C# plugins, and the C# plugins actually extend a huge part of the feature surface of the engine. It's kind of impressive. So, as a result, though, the core Unity program really actually does need to be a native Windows executable. Yeah, there's a couple other engines. I think it's mostly X and A, and the one that OSU runs on. OS engine is very elaborate and pure C#, so it works fine on Linux. There's no real way to get VC Face to yes, think, not thing. Open C face. Open C face sends UDP packets to VC face. OBS grabs a VC face window via X composite, and what's that last step? Oh yeah. Okay, then we're gonna save. Go over to Cargo Watch. We're gonna wait for it to start up the site in dev mode. I think screen readers will do the right thing. I hope they will, at least. OpenCFace, and now OpenCFace. OpenCFace. Robust real-time face and facial landmark tracking on CPU with Unity integration. Okay, this lo-fi playlist on Pretzel is just so good. I use Pretzel in order to have background music while I stream, at least for the code stuff, and for you know, like I'm getting set up or segments. And I've mostly had it on the lo-fi playlist. And this lo-fi playlist is surprisingly good. I really didn't expect it to just slap this much. Okay, yeah, no copyright sound does exist. Pretzel has shuffle. And I just leave the shuffle running and it just goes. It's great. I don't have to touch it. Gosh, now that I'm writing about the blinking, I am focused on the fact that, you know, the blinking is happening really slowly, and it's throwing me off because I'm trying not to think about the blinking while I'm thinking about the blinking. Yeah. Is it OS's or OSN? OSEN. Let me know, and I'll fix it in differences between OS's. Differences between OS and... let's go with OS's. Failed attempts. Emacs seems to agree. Okay, the Emacs spell check is officially the arbiter of truth now. Let's do it. Sure. YOLO. Here we go. So, failed attempts. So, when I started to get this working, I had a bunch of failures. A lot of them had to do with the fact that Wine was trying to create a 32-bit prefix, and VCFace is a 64-bit application, and apparently those two don't work together. I actually mean naive here. I usually read it like that because on my iPad, I have it set to automatically correct naive spelled like that to the one with the double I. Okay, the best version of Office that'll work in Wine is Office 97. MS Office 97 is also probably one of the heights of the feature set of Microsoft Office. It's just old enough that a lot of the features, that it's very fast and a lot of the features were stabilized. But it's also new enough, or it's also old enough that it takes absolutely zero resources, starts instantly, and is more responsive than your terminal emulator. Yeah, you might want to try using OpenOffice. To install and use VCFace on Linux. Oh, forgot the E in because. Lutris gets its own FHSM and Nix packages. Then I realized that I was doing all this on my work laptop. Thanks for the sub, Mateo Biz. It really helps out the channel. I think I'm at 7 subscribers now. That's a large number for me. Let's see where the rabbit hole goes. I am successfully hosting a website over Wi-Fi. Okay. Or 5G hat for the Pi. I have a really cursed idea on how I could get that to work. But I will need to get back to you later when I'm not writing about this horrific hack that I've done with VTubing on Linux. Because I am on Linux right now. I'm on NixOS. We got the Samshmu, we got the Shamshmu Ralju, we got the Aktitemshi, we got the Bakfu, we got the Shalku, we got the Tilshfu, we got the Kanki Wijde Ralju, we got the Shaksel Sampla, we got the Sam Korcho, we got the Vidnaskami, we got the Datnavau Gunma. We got all that stuff in here, and we got it on NixOS. So that's how you know it's quality. It shipped with Windows. exercise. Oh. Wrong reply, yeah. Yeah, that's more effort than I'm willing to put into this. Okay. Now we're just gonna wait for this to recompile and reparse, make it live. Okay, we're at 5 minutes so far, that's fine.
Are you sure you're okay, Ward?
And then we have, oh, what did you call it, Cookie? Oh, you called it a crap pile. Let's think about something that's a bit nicer way to say that than crap pile. How to make this creative abomination come to fruition. On Nix OS. So now that we have, thanks for the follow, Sockstream, and Zane JGR, and Cookie, and Plug It In _ I'm going to remember to read the activity feed at some point. I'm, again, professional streamer. Yeah, with Pretzel, I actually have it set to YouTube safe mode. So, I don't actually have to care. It will just automatically choose things that are not on the YouTube copyright list. And hopefully they don't get added to the YouTube copyright list in the future. Okay. So let's start with OpenCFace first, because that is going to be... No, you know what? Let's start with installing VCFace, because that's going to be one of the more annoying... It's not, like, totally annoying, but, like, it's not totally, like, not annoying either, so... download the zip from the main page and extract it into your downloads folder. You know what? Let's, yes. And this is an environment.system packages. I'm still working on the flake config. It's probably going to be a little bit before that ends up seeing the light of day. I'm also taking the time to decrapify a lot of my Nix config, and I have a lot of crap in it. I'm going to get to that when I get to the part where you install the Arial font. Yes, I'm going to write it as a Nix shell invocation later. However, I want to do it manually and then do it the proper way. There's two phases. There's getting it working at all and then making it repeatable. This is the hallmark of SRE right here. Okay. What happens is you don't see anything. All the text is just blank. It is incredibly boring and not really worth seeing. And yes, I am shamelessly using the exact shell.nix file you sent me in DM, Cookie. I stole it from the Nix. So I'm stealing a stolen thing. Okay, cool. Awesome. Lots of the Nix OS wiki is outdated. It's okay. It's accurate enough. Like the Nix OS wiki is not perfect. There is a lot to be desired. But it does somewhat reliably work. And the points where it doesn't work, at least it sends you in the right steps so that you can make it work. It has a poetry.log. We don't care about poetry. Poetry's for nerds. So one of the annoying things about Onyx Runtime, the package, is that it was removed from Nix packages because it needs to have some fixes done, and they do very creative things to CMake. And the NixOS people just didn't want to deal with that. I can't blame them, so... And yes, I know I can, I just don't wanna. And yeah. One of the great parts about Nix is that it puts a lot of the assumptions that people have about Linux systems bare and front and center, and forces you to admit that you don't actually know how Linux works. But people hate that, so they'll just say that NixOS is the problem, even when it's obviously not. Oh my gosh, is that thing you linked? Okay, GNU/Nix does exist, and it's called Geeks. And it's really great if you like Scheme, because New Geeks has so much Scheme that you could drown yourself. Oh my god, okay, so what this is doing... Oh, it's expecting all the binaries to be in the same folder. Oh my god, that's... Oh, why? Why did you do that? Why would you do that to yourself? Oh god. It's a horrible patch. Oh, no, I accidentally stopped it. Crap. Okay, VC face caught up. Okay. Okay, good. Dumps most of the internal state of the face tracking algorithm. Actually, I just realized, now that I'm doing this on Linux, I can actually show you what the deployment flow looks like for this, because it's totally hacked up. Okay, I'm not just a VTuber streamer, I'm a VTuber tech streamer. Thank you Samuelson_001 for the follow. Helps the channel a lot. I hope that I can get to a point where I just interview weird people and then, you know, just have, like, conversations about, like, Onion futures or something. No, wait, you can't actually do Onion futures because it's illegal to do Onion futures due to somebody, conquering the entire onion market in the US and causing onion hyperinflation. That's right. Onion hyperinflation is why we can't have onion futures in this Christian Minecraft server. Okay, to be fair, Foon did not put Doom on a pregnancy test. Foon used a pregnancy test. Life model is extraneous. Okay. Doom took a pregnancy test shell, put a screen into it, and then made that screen play Doom. The pregnancy tester itself is not powerful enough to play Doom. However, a little Raspberry Pi that powers the screen is. So the secret to that, Lord Clang, is that Foon cheated. And that is how you do computer stuff. You cheat. Nope. Nope. I'm pretty sure that was just bullshitting or trolling. Hard to tell with Foon. Can I quote you on that? You know what? Fuck it, sure. If Foon actually does have an objection to that, Foon can contact me about it. I even clipped that, so Decrypt. Decrypt. Nope, I want script, not secrypt. Oh god. Okay. And then, okay, so, nice frapper. Oh my gosh, what is wrong with me? Why can't I type? Why am I hitting the wrong characters? W is right next to F. How did I mess this up? Oh my god. E164. Dash I bash. Oh, yep, we need to add wget to the list of packages here. Grab this. So now to test small parts of this script in isolation, because that is how we go in this Christian Minecraft server. How? How? Okay, so it does make a folder called VC Face. Cool. Oh no, I'm not getting OpenCFace, I'm getting VCFace, the Unity program. No, it's a GitHub release, and when you have a GitHub release, that means that it's the thing that the user uploaded explicitly, and in this case, the user uploaded it as a .zip file. There we go. Okay, how do you run a shell script in a Nix shell context? Something like that. When you use Nix shell, is there a way to get it read shell.nix? Oh no, I used the shell hook. Okay. Okay, we're gonna have to change this base64 blob. So then, DW, DW, DW. And we're gonna guess this. Because that makes sense. Okay. Build FHS user env. Okay, so it gets the name of the environment, it gets target packages, it gets cross-compile at packages, it gets extra build commands, extra install commands. Are those commands run in the Nix sandbox? Let's find out. Yes, I'm using Edge. Don't judge me. I don't think that'll work. I probably do want run script, yeah. Okay, so I'm probably gonna have to make an inline derivation for this, right? Amazing. Amazing. We did it. We did it, Reddit. We did it. We did it. Oh my god, this is hilariously hacky. No, they are not ready. Where's that Python command? There it is. Actually, you know what? Let's not make it run bash. Let's just make it directly run the command to get it working. You want it to be automated, you get the crappy automation. That's just how this is. You want to do it the right way, you do it yourself. Like I said, you're not ready. Time to run random GitHub scripts in my terminal. Yeah, I know, right?
Most people are creative in one way or the other. A lot of people feel like they have a book in them, or they have a song in them, or they have a TV show idea. And you can sit around and talk about that all you want. But until it is actually reality, it doesn't count.
Was written.
Younger, I don't know how many songs I half wrote, but never quite finished, and never finished recording, or never even started recording, and no one knows that those songs existed. So it kind of doesn't count until you finish it and then put it out into the world. Now, I'm not saying put crap out into the world, but there comes a time when finishing and moving on, I think, is vital. Otherwise, you're just holding on to all of these old works. And I think if you want to grow as any sort of creative person, you need to finish things.
What did I say in the last post?
cliche of art is not finished, it's abandoned. Yes, it can always be better.
Yeah, in general, I do
But
kind of
you
feel
have to finish it.
bad
You have to
about the
put it out
fact that
because
most of my streams are on Windows,
otherwise
and,
you're
you know,
just the
like, I'm
guy
one of those,
talking
like,
about your art. You're not the
super
guy
Linux
doing
advocate
it.
people, but
Okay,
then
better about
again,
doing
at the
it,
same
finishing
time,
it,
I'm also
learning
in
from
the
that
camp
process,
of,
and moving on
you
to the
know,
next thing.
it's as a Linux user, it is valid to just get things working on Windows because it's easier. It's totally valid. No idea. Do I have a blog series named VTuber? Let's find out. Oh. Right, I hit save. I have to wait for it to compile. Okay. Okay, so now I'm gonna do that thing where I read the article aloud and edit things. Hello, comrade. You caught me just at the end of the writing process, and now I'm gonna read it aloud and make sure that it makes sense. In my last post, I went through my VTubing setup on Windows and all of the generations of setup that I've done over the last year. Thanks to the meddling of a certain nerd who was in the chat watching me write this, I have figured out a way to run the setup on Linux. The ultimate goal for this phase is to get this all running on my work laptop so I can use it for a webcam. However, this post is just going to cover the Linux setup bits. Differences between OSs. On Windows, this setup is pretty straightforward. VCFace provides a webcam driver that makes the output of the VCFace app pretend to be a USB webcam. Google Meets, OBS, and the like can then pick that up like it was a normal webcam. The overall flow looks like this. The webcam connects over USB and VCFace picks it up. VCFace does rendering and puts that to the webcam driver. OBS reads from that webcam driver and then sends video frames to Twitch. This doesn't work at all on Linux though. There's no real way to get VCFace, a Windows application that runs under Unity, to directly pretend to be a webcam at this moment. Pedantically, you can probably get away with doing this using a combination of Pipewire, Video for Linux, or some other incarnation like that. But the main point here is that VCFace is a Windows app, and I don't think it's possible to make Linux-specific calls like that. Feel free to prove me wrong. So instead, we need to have VCFace directly output to OBS. This makes the flow look something like this. The webcam connects over USB to OpenCFace. OpenCFace sends UDP packets to VCFace. OBS grabs the VCFace window with Xcomposite, does some compositing, and then sends the video frames to Twitch. The main difference is that, for some reason, VCFace on Linux can't capture the webcam directly. However, this isn't an issue because OpenCFace can capture the webcam and then send the face capture data directly to VCFace instead. Then OBS can grab VCFace via Xcomposite like normal. There may be a way to do this in Wayland. However, we haven't figured that out yet. Please let me know if you figure out a way to get this working in Wayland. One of the major usability differences here is that OpenCFace has support for tracking blinking. However, at the same time, my avatar opens its eyes really slowly when I do blink. There's probably a slider I need to set to make this less horrible, but it does work. I don't get this on Windows. That's interesting. Yeto, his eyes closed. Failed attempts. One of the biggest stumbling points was the fact that VCFace is distributed as a 64-bit application. Somehow my naive usage of wine in its default config caused me to create a 32-bit wine prefix. It was then that I learned that there are such things as 32 and 64-bit prefixes and how they are mutually incompatible, which made it impossible to launch VCFace because wine would reject it for being a 64-bit program. I went through several rounds of nuking ~/wine, trying to run it again, setting various weird environment variables, setting build overrides. It was a catastrophe. Other people have reported that you need to use Lutris to install and use VCFace on Linux. This did not work. This did not work at all. Trying to do this way on a NixOS machine was an absolute waste of my time and was demoralizing and frustrating. I think it has to do with the fact that Lutris really wants to have its own special snowflake vendor copies of Wine and Proton, and it will fight you if you try to have your way otherwise. I then realized that I was doing this all on my work laptop. This laptop is fairly standard, but also incredibly cursed in its own unique and fun ways. It's shipped with Windows, but also with all the annoying "screw you for wanting to use Linux" settings turned on. Getting to the point where a NixOS ISO would boot was an exercise in tedium and randomly flipping settings on and off. Are you going to fix the Lutris URI? Yeah, I'm linking to how to use Lutris to run VCFace on Linux, because this is the tutorial that I tried to use, and it did not work. It did not work for me. It was frustrating. I hated it. I don't want to see that link again. So, on the request of the aforementioned meddler, I tried running VCFace on my gaming tower. It worked first try. Info 401, that's because that's what the article URL is. I don't make this stuff up. So, now we have all these parts. Let's make this creative abomination come to fruition in NixOS. The easiest part of getting all of this working is to download VCFace. You just download the .zip from the main page and extract it into your downloads folder. Is VCFace the only thing out there, or are there alternatives which just don't have the same feature set? I will admit that I'm using VCFace because it's the first program that I tried that I got working, and I have cowardly decided to use VCFace from now on. I have been experimenting with vMagic Mirror, and a couple other applications. However, VCFace is the one that's the most reliable for me. Then you need to add this to your configuration.nix file. This is a bit of settings that will tell NixOS to include wine, 64-bit wine, and wine tricks in your environment system packages. You do a NixOS rebuild, and this will put wine as wine64 in your path. Then you install the Arial font using wine tricks. The Arial font, by the way, is one of the core fonts that Microsoft released for the web. It was one of the first fonts that was released under a relatively open license, and that's why it's everywhere. Fun historical facts. This will create your wine prefix until the /.wine, and then populate it with all the fonts. VCFace uses the Arial font everywhere in the UI, so this is not an optional step. Now you clone OpenCFace somewhere. In my case, I'm doing it tilde/temp/OpenCFace. And then copy in this shell.nix file into the root of the Git repo. This shell.nix file pretends to be a normal Linux distribution, yada yada yada. Then run nix shell to activate an environment that will pretend to be a normal Linux system and paste in these commands to set up the Python environment. What these commands will do is create what's called a Python virtual environment. It basically tells Python to put packages somewhere that the user has write permissions to instead of the default stuff, which is to put it like globally installed in the system. So first it creates the environment, then it activates it, and then it installs all the packages into the little isolated view. Normally, I would really love to use like normal Nix packaging for this, but the critical part, Onyx runtime, was removed from Nix packages due to the code quality being kind of crap. That's okay though. We can work around this with this Nix shell hacky thing. Then you run OpenCFace, and it will have lots of output. This will show lots of lines, and you get lots of information. These things, when I close my eyes, it changes the O to a dash. That dumps most of the internal state of the face tracking algorithm. VCFace will pick up on this, and then turn that into movement instructions for your waifu. Finally, you can make an X-composite capture in OBS, and then use things to get things through to Twitch. I forgot a step in the wrapper script. Okay, so the step I forgot in the wrapper script was this. Forgot to install the font. Cool. All these instructions are lame. I just want to get it done fast. You can get this all running with a super hacky script like this. This will get you everything set up and ready to go in a flash. No warranty. I should really do this automatically with Nix. Yes, I should, but that was for another day. That day is not today. I'm really glad that I got this working on Linux though. I feel bad being known as a Linux enthusiast, but then all my streams are visibly using Windows. Okay, and cool. Awesome. Theories, VTuber, tags, EN VTuber, NixOS, and year of the Linux desktop. 2022 is gonna be the year of the Linux desktop, eh? Yeah. Yeah, with a lot of these things, my goal really is to make a lot of this stuff documented, understandable, and repeatable. Because most of the instructions on how to do these things are stuck in YouTube videos that are like, 10 to 20 minutes long. They have like 2 minutes of content spread out between the 10 and 20 minutes, and it's a disaster. It is an absolute catastrophe. I hate it so much. So what I'm trying to do is, when I figure out how to do VTuber things, when I document it, I make a text article. An text article that you can use the search button for, and you can have Google rank. And, when my website has like kind of hilarious amounts of SEO. So as a result, I can basically like get stuff really high in the rankings just because over the years I've posted enough good content that Google's algorithm has realized, oh, wait, maybe this person is actually knowledgeable on this stuff. Okay, Can I actually see VODs while it's recording? Oh! No? Ah, I have the VOD URL. I have the VOD URL. Here we go. Oh my gosh, here we go. I have done it. We can get the VOD there. So I'm gonna hit stop recording on YouTube.